Hi there, it's Joseph here at Edge Dynamics making a show video. Got a bit of strobing going on, so look away if you're epileptic. I've got this razor here. I've had this razor restored and honed. It's got to be a month, and it really is nice. Let me see what it is actually before I show you guys. It's Paragon, and there we are. See, it's a beautiful Paragon with a mirror finish, and I'm assuming this was honed, I can't remember, but it must have been honed on the Izuku Kita with a full Nagora progression. A lovely shape the scales are, just a little rounded point there, and at the end, and then you can see the sides, the way they curve round. It's just quality, pure quality, the craftsmanship. I've got the Marshes and Shepherd in contrast to what you just saw. Have a look at this. But this one, I'm going to start using tape again now. I've taken the spine down a bit by honing it without tape, and that's enough. I'll now start using tape. But this one I did double the work, and I did it same as it was done last time, which was a 1K bevel set, and then onto the Maruka Sweeter with no slurry, just a bit of water. I got this one out, just needed a razor for testing. I don't know what I was saving this for. It's a 7/8 German vintage that I put in ivory. I remember it didn't shave very well, if I remember correctly. And this I did on the Maruka Sweeter, but this one I did a full Nagora progression, because I haven't done that yet until this razor, and the HHT is ridiculous, so it should be a good shave. Hopefully we'll see how that works. I found this, I didn't know I had this, is Panama, and yeah, it smells nothing like the fragrance. Oh, I suppose it does smell slightly like the fragrance. And I've also got the balm as well. I think the balm doesn't smell as well. It doesn't smell like the fragrance. Oh wow. Oh, it does, yeah. Oh man, it's really nice. And I got the fragrance as well. And it's really special, this stuff is. It's a little bit feminine, but nonetheless. It's nice and thick. We'll go with the Marshes and Shepherd, and we'll see how we've done. No slurry. It's not bad. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's not the same as a full Nagora progression. I mean, I can have a good shave with it actually, but we'll mess about a bit more with that. Do a bit more testing, see what happens. Right, let's go with the Solingen. This is guarantee, made in Germany. Yeah, that is actually good. Definitely a bit full hollowish, but yeah, it's like paper thin. So it feels like. Really delicate edge. And the steel on this is really strong as well. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Put it back in the razor roll where I got it from, I suppose. But form the Gora progressions on the sweeter. That's going to be what I'm looking at nowadays. Right. So the rag, I'm going to have to oil it. It's got a really simple style, this one, but doubtful. It's just a bit too sharp, or let's shave on a bit and we'll find out. And I think I've probably just done a bit too much honing on it. Definitely feels like that. Alright, so what we do with this one, this can be re-honed and we do a lot less work on it. I can't remember what I've done to it actually, but yeah, the HHT was like ridiculous, so probably just done a little bit too much work on that. So I've re-honed that, I've not marked it, and that'll give me something to look forward to, honing that. Centres perfectly. And I guess we're going to have the shave with the full hollow, because this one was shaving the best. But I will re-hone that, and I've been working today, the last 2 days I've been restoring these razors. I've got a pair and they're in tortoise. Which I've restored the scales, and I got to the point today where I was just trying to pin one, but I wanted one of them pinned, so when I say I wanted, I'm still going to go back later and pin one of them up. So I'll have 2 razors to hone. I'll have that rag, and I'll have one of the these new razors I've got. They're not new, but and I was having a bit of trouble with them because the steel is so tough. It's not taking to my I'm trying to remove the grind marks, and it's causing me a lot of grief. I'm doing a Wade and Butcher at the same time, and the Wade and Butcher, I thought I'd hit the jackpot. The way the grind marks came off because it's soft. Well, the steel's a lot softer and it's more cooperative. So what I did with these this pair is I went for a bog standard normal finish on the buffer, and you know, starting with an emery and going through a couple of compounds and finishing on you know, whatever the finest polishing compound I got, and they look pretty bad, so I thought, you know what, I'll give them a satin finish to try and hide, because you can see if you polish them, it's just brought out the grind marks, and that's not a good look. But this is the bane of everyone who restores or you know, makes custom razors. It's the finishing is a problem. So anyway, I put a satin finish on them, and then when it was done, I thought I can't leave them like that, because you can't really have satin finish with tortoise. That doesn't really work, I think. So what I did then was I polished them up a bit and went for my own sort of metallic finish. I can't do what I want to do because I've destroyed the bearings on a piece of machinery, and until I get that fixed, I can't do my super mirror finishes. So I'm trying to sort that out to get that fixed, but in the meantime, but I think today I was just having a bad day in the workshop, because I tried to pin the one razor and it just went wrong, and so I just came out of there. I thought I'd come out. I'll go back in later tonight and try and pin one. And then I can hone them up. And I'm also having trouble with my Maruka. You know, the one I made the video with the cashew lacquer where I sealed the top and lapped the bottom, because there's this little anomaly appeared. It's not really in the way, but and it's got bigger. The more I've lapped, it's got bigger. It kind of looks like a piece of gold. And it's actually harder than the stone is, so I mean, I was picking at it and I don't like that, because then I'd be left with a hole. So I don't know what to do with that stone. I don't know if I should seal it and lap the bottom, the old top, or just try and hone around it, or so I think I'll just stick on the sweeter for a bit. Yeah, this is really, really good, but it doesn't compare to a wedge. But But damn, that is close. Definitely, that is a close shave. Super close. Let's try and take it a step further. Try and get around the corners. Yeah, I mean I've got so much to do razor wise that making any plans is a bit silly, but I'd like to rescale this. It comes close to the edge. Probably a bigger wedge. I might just do it, but and the finish on it as well is pretty awful. I don't know how it looked in the camera, but in real life it's pretty bad. Could do with a satin finish, because you got grind marks and then a polish on top. But the spine is, you've seen the spine there, really nice. I think it's like birds. Well, that could be my imagination. 1 out of 3 is better than none out of 3, I suppose. I could have got away with a shave off the other 2, but definitely the Solingen was the way to go. Oh man, just reminds me of holiday. Wow, it's nice and thick as well. This stuff keeps well. Yeah, that's holidays. And then, just for the hell of it, you only need a tad of that. It's really strong. And that's all we've got time for, I'm afraid. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.